Hi, it's Street Talk with Loretta Rose, and on today's show, we're going to talk about music, a music city. Well, Columbus, Georgia is about to take on the music industry like you've never seen before. On today's show, our special guest is going to share with you more about what's about to take place. If you like music, if you like jazz music, if you like playing music or instruments, well, today's show is for you. Stick around. We have the Columbus Jazz Society board members and president that's going to share with you more about what's about to take place. You're watching here on Street Talk and Beam TV. We'll be back after this. All right, welcome back. It's Street Talk with Loretta Rose, and we have Columbus Jazz Society board members and president on today's show. Now, I told you, if you love music, today's show is all about you, and you can be a part of what's about to come to this Tri-City community. Welcome, guys. Thank you for being on today's show.
Thank you for having us.
Wow. Well, first of all, we're going to start with the presidents. Tell us your first and last name.
This is Jason Keaton.
All right, and your affiliation with Columbus Jazz Society.
Well, I'm the president, and I've been playing jazz for the last several years around town, and they elected me at the end of last year, and we've been able to kind of get some momentum in 2023. So, I'm here to talk about all the great things we're going to be doing.
Oh, wow. Wow, this is going to be great, so stay tuned now. Also, we have board member, and many of us know him because he is a magnificent keyboard player, Mr. Gerald Dorsett. Now, Gerald, tell us your involvement with Columbus Jazz Society.
I just met Jason a few years ago with the work that he does in the community, and I think through Mr. Morgan, David Morgan, and the president prior to Jason was Dr. David Banks, very good friends of mine. And I've been working with the Jazz Society, and my vision has always been for musicians in this area to really come together, because I don't think the world knows how great of a talent of musicians that we have here in Columbus, Georgia, Phoenix City, Detroit, Hatchett, Fort Mitchell, Lato, we got some good players here. So I really was excited when Jason asked me to help with some things that are taking place in the near future, the next few months. And this gentleman will tell you about himself, and then I met him a couple of nights ago. It's just some great musicians here.
You always have, ever since the first time I met you, and I did an interview when CeCe Winans was here, and you were playing there. You had an immense passion, heart compassion for musicians, and to showcase the many talents that are very present here.
I think what my passion is that I at a young age, I knew that this is what I wanted to do. But I think society gives you a concept that if you're not a doctor or a lawyer, if you don't have the degree, or if you didn't do it specifically the way they feel that you should do it, then it's not validated.
Wow.
And I really don't need validation. I'm a child of the king, so it don't matter what you think.
Yes.
But it's beautiful that now that I meet people who have like minds, and because you feel like you're alone.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I get it,
like, am I the only one that wants to hear jazz music? But it's beautiful, and I'm excited. I'm just
Absolutely.
This relaunch of the
I love
society.
it. The relaunch, I love it. And this next gentleman also, let us know your affiliation as well.
Yeah, so Jacob Kazarins, River City Entertainment. I was actually recently brought on as a board member of the Jazz Society. As Gerald talked about, we just share mutual interest to really support local music in general. And that's kind of what brought us together, and we're very excited. I know we all have a lot of big goals for Columbus, Phoenix City, and surrounding areas for music, so we look forward to sharing more with your viewers here shortly.
So do all the gentlemen, I know Gerald plays keyboard, But do you play something?
So I got a 3-year-old daughter, and you'll see me post videos. I play a little keyboard, I play guitar, but I'm nothing spectacular like this right here.
Wow.
I tried, but I play a
Wow.
little bit though.
I love it. I love it. This is generational though.
Absolutely.
It's generational because you
Right.
represent a generation.
Yeah.
He represented
Yeah.
a generation. And then I did not know, Jason, you were into the music as well.
Yes, I've been playing since I was 4. I got to start taking violin at an early age. I didn't love it, but it was a lot of classical, a lot of ear training called the Suzuki method if you played violin. But when I got to be 13, I got to quit and play guitar. So
Wow.
yeah, I've been playing guitar ever since.
And help the community to connect more with who you are because you have a business here in the community as well.
That's right. I'm also the owner or co-owner with my lovely wife, Christina.
Yes.
Jiu-Jitsu Columbus. So yeah, Jiu-Jitsu Columbus. That's 506 Manchester. 506 Manchester Expressway.
Yeah.
Here in beautiful Columbia, beautiful Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mrs. Keaton. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
she's
right.
the real boss.
Yeah. So let me ask you because jiu-jitsu,
Yes.
what's the difference with that in karate?
Well, there's quite a bit, but you know they're both excellent martial arts. There's some great karate instructors in Columbus actually. Actually, a lot of the martial arts schools in Columbus are really good because there's such a military presence here. So it's hard to be a bad martial artist and have a school in Columbus and Phoenix City, honestly. So as far as martial arts goes, this area's got a real high level of great schools and instructors, but the difference is the jiu-jitsu, like Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is what I teach, or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's more based on putting a larger opponent on the ground or not being, or using a series of pins and controls versus like striking. Although we do strike, we try not to strike so much. And in karate, you strike first and strike hard and all that stuff. And that's the next martial art too, so.
Well, we're gonna have to come to do a street talk and do an illustration.
That's right.
I want to learn, and I know you want to learn too.
All right, we'll talk about it.
Well, we're gonna get back to the music. Speaking of that, what's about to take place? You all have a wonderful event that you're on today's show to share with the community.
That's right.
That is coming March 12th.
March 12th, we're going to have the Columbus Jazz Society presents the Musicians Jazz Soirée. Now, what is that? That is going to be a relaunch of the Jazz Society. We're going to have, talk about generations, we're going to have generations of people that are older that have played in big bands all the way to new kids, younger adults that are mixing, how jazz is now, which is a mix of R&B, hip hop, the old standards and stuff like that. So we're going to have a large population of different kinds of musicians.
Oh, wow.
And the goal is to invite musicians to come out, get to know each other. We're all coming under the spirit of, the music we love, jazz, and which is, the American art form. And it's a great art form, and Columbus has a great history of having amazing musicians and jazz here, and we still have them, like Gerald was talking about, but we're trying to get them all together so we can start progressing together and work together.
I love it. So, for those that are watching, what can they expect when they come out? Is it going to be more of a networking? Or will someone be playing? Will
We're
it be
all
a
gonna play.
socialist?
It's going to be all of that. So we're going to start off by talking about the Columbus Jazz Society and different events coming up where musicians will have a chance to play and also showcase jazz and their talents.
Oh.
And then we're going to cook. We're going to be cooking out. We're going to like a barbecue. We're going to have people jamming. We're going to get all the people together. We have right now about 30 confirmed musicians.
Wow.
Yes, and we're looking for more.
Oh,
So
yeah.
just because we have that, we're looking for more musicians. If you
Wow.
play jazz, no matter your level, if you're just beginning, all the way up to pro, we'll be happy to have you. But we're going to have some jams. We're going to be jamming. I mean, Gerald and I, we're going to jam on some songs, and a few
I
other
like
people are
that.
talking about. Yeah, we got some tuba players coming out, so I don't know how it's going to go down,
Wow.
but we're all
I
going to
love
play
it. It's
together.
diverse.
It's very diverse.
I love it. I love it. Wow, wow. So, if you're a beginner, you're welcome. If you're a professional, experienced,
Yeah.
you're welcome. Is there an admission for this?
There's no admission. We're just trying to get everybody together. So this is a free event if you play music, and we want to know you. We want to know if you're interested in helping jazz in our community and becoming, becoming a member of the Jazz Society.
Oh, wow.
Because it is about musicians and it is about the music.
Yeah.
But without no musicians, no music.
That's true.
So we're trying to get the talented people because we want to also showcase our most talented. You know, like Gerald was talking about, I mean, there's people in town that are just brilliant, and it's like, you know, when do they get to play? We want everybody to know who our best are. And if you're young, like you're even a younger person and you want to learn how to play jazz, or you're older musician, maybe you played rock or country or blues, and you want to figure out this jazz stuff, we're going to have people on hand that's going to help guide you and give you chances to come and jam.
Cool.
And to really, you know, get back the Jazz Society the way it was, you know, when it was able to have big concerts, it was able to give out scholarships.
Right.
That's what we're trying to get back to, especially for our young kids. We want them to know that, you know, being a musician and being a jazz musician is a way of life, and you can learn it here in Columbus. You don't have to worry about traveling so far.
Wow. Well, Columbus State University,
Yes.
they have a Columbus music department as well. So students, college students, this is a great outing for you as well.
Absolutely, we welcome them too.
So help the community to know a little bit more about Columbus Jazz Society history, because it's been around longer than I realized.
Yes, it was started in 1987. A group of people, you know, very similar to us, honestly, they got together and they were musicians, and they started really growing it. And I believe they had, at probably their height, 200 to 250 members. And they were able to do shows and their own events at the Liberty Theater, which is a beautiful place. And they were able to bring in Branford Marcellus and Doc Severson and, you know, these great jazz people, but they were also really keeping the light alive for jazz in our community. So people have gotten older, pandemic happened, you know, where people have, you know, scattered to the wind by moving away, but now we're relaunching it coming up, and, you know, this is a good chance for everybody to participate, regardless of your level. Even if you're just a jazz enthusiast, in the future we'll have meetings for you also, but right now we're just trying to get the musicians, but that's the goal.
So it's going to be March 12th, a Sunday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., and that's Eastern Time in Columbus, Georgia. And it's going to be at your facility, right?
It's going to be at Jiu-Jitsu Columbus at 506 Manchester Expressway. It's in Building A.
Wow.
We might even be able to get him to do a martial arts demonstration if you make it out.
Now, see, with you saying that, I just may show
I
up.
doubt it.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna be grilling. You're gonna have my little chef hat on.
So you all are providing food as well.
We're providing food. Yes.
And
we're
it's
gonna-
free.
It's free. Yeah, for musicians. Yeah,
That's
for sure.
awesome. That
I mean,
is awesome.
we don't. It's a way of also meeting like the Peggy Jenkins, the Kathy Roberts, the
Jan
Charles
Hyatt.
Robbins. Yeah, you know, there's so many talented. I think Mike Jarrell has been. He's been here in this area, and now he's moving or you know abroad doing some other greater things. But a lot of people don't know the great things that musicians
You know,
that are from
Gerald
here.
Dorset,
That
too.
guy is dope too. He's
He's
dope.
and Jacob. Yeah. Now, when you mentioned Peggy Jenkins,
Yeah.
I gotta put a plug in. Homegirl is from right over here
Right
in
here.
the
That's right.
city.
Right here.
Central High School Red Devil graduate.
Yeah.
Now, let me
No,
tell
no.
you, she is a class act.
Right.
She sang in our wedding, in our renewal.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how much we love Peggy Jenkins.
Okay.
Oh my Lord. That is amazing. So many talents, even Tony Parkman.
Right.
You know.
Can't forget Tony.
I love them.
And this one loves Hummingbird, Jimmy Seeley.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's a fantastic singer. So I mean, I could sit and listen to her all night for sure.
Wow, this is going to be great. So it's going to be March 12th. It's a Sunday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. in Columbus, Georgia. Now I want to know what you guys are most excited about this launch. We're going to start with you, Jacob, because I see we're going to have generational musicians. And I love the fact that musicians are coming together to celebrate one another's talent.
Yeah.
See, we don't see that a whole lot.
Right.
We need more of that. Because it's like Gerald said, sometimes you feel like you're alone. But to have a community, a support system, a music community support team, a system, and celebrating one another, man, it's limitless what is about to happen.
It's limitless, and I will tell you that we've already started playing at some art shows. So we're working with other community leaders in the arts to start bringing jazz to events and getting jazz to the people. Because one thing that we didn't want to do is just have it for ourselves. We can't hoard this stuff. We're going to be putting it out.
Wow,
I don't
I
know,
love
Jacob.
it. I love it. So Jacob, what are you most excited about?
I'm most excited about, and it's kind of piggybacking on what you said, I currently host open mic nights once a week, and this is just an opportunity.
Really?
Jazz Society stuff to do where people can just come out and network. So like what he said, you don't have to feel like you're alone. We're all in this together. We all have an end goal. We want to create events like this so we can help sustain our local talent.
I love
We
it.
don't want our local talent going to Atlanta and Nashville. It breaks my heart when I'm always hearing that, why can't we have it here?
Come on.
That's right.
That's why I started River City Entertainment. That's why I'm happy to be on board as a
River City
board member.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
I love that. Tell us a little bit more about River City Entertainment.
Yeah, it's something I started about 8 months ago. I had some local friends who were musicians. I'd go out and watch them. I didn't feel they were getting the respect and support that they deserved from vendors, the community. Just wasn't there, and it was something I had the capacity to help, I felt. So I started it and met a lot of wonderful people along the way. We're reaching more and more people. Have been received very well. We're approaching our first 2,000 Instagram followers here in just 8 months.
Yes.
So we're excited to continue on the momentum that we have, and but I'm only one person. It takes a village to
I
run
love
this.
it.
I think we can do it together.
That's the key thing.
Well, I throw out a quick cliche. It takes teamwork to make the dream work.
Yes,
It really
I love
does,
it.
and I think together here in the River City Jazz Society, we work together, we can do it.
I'm loving this. I'm loving the heart behind your service. I'm loving the heart intent behind what you're saying. I'm not a singer, but you make me feel like, hey, I can do some music.
right.
These guys make me feel like I could do some music. Wow. So what are you most excited about, Gerald?
Just everything. I love the city. I've traveled the world, and I've heard negative things from artists and musicians around the world. It's that what they would say about Columbus, like this is a musician's graveyard. And I'm like, I'm alive.
Yeah.
I'm from there. What are you talking about?
Wow.
So it's I guess just coming up in Christian environment. Church always made you put an excellent foot forward because people say you're representing the kingdom, your royalty. So that was just my biggest thing. It's like when you have a gift of music, that first off you have to give respect to the person that gave that to you.
Absolutely.
Because this doesn't just come to everybody, So
yes.
every morning I wake up, if I'm stressed about something, I can just roll over and play my piano.
Yes.
Everybody can't do that and be at peace.
Wow.
So for me, I'm just excited that there are people that have the heart. I love this man's heart for the music. I love this man's heart for the music.
Yeah.
I can't wait to introduce them
Yeah.
to the people that I like. Even there's a dive, I think it's Nelson's on Fort Benning Road. It's a hole in the ground,
Wow.
but you're gonna get the best blues.
Wow.
and you're gonna get a warm welcome from people that you might be afraid of in a different aspect, but once the music begins to play,
Yes.
everything's out the window.
Wow. Y'all are putting a spotlight on those hidden gems.
Yeah.
Now, also with you talking about the love of music, and you are acknowledging where the gift came from.
For sure.
Gerald has been singing in ministry all his life. Also played for Faith Chapel Columbus as well. He's representing.
Yeah.
And if you've seen on social media, Faith Chapel Columbus Married Couples Valentine's Gala, he was the man behind the music as well and the band. So thank you for sharing the spirit of love through music.
For sure.
What I love about Gerald is that he played a song for my husband 50th about 5 years ago. That's when I first met him. And I'll never forget, my best friend recommended him, and I had never met Gerald. Alicia Jackson Buckner, my best friend. And I said, I trust you because you're my sister. We didn't meet until the night of the event, and I told Gerald my heart desire, and I wanted my husband to feel the love because of the love that we have for each other.
Yeah.
So Gerald said that Okay, you know, he play in ministry, but he was like, but I give the give back to God. And he assured me that he was going to release the spirit of love. And boy, did he. Yes, he did. Because my husband, when I got home, my husband said, where you find that man? My husband said, where you find him at? He was in awe all night.
Yeah,
because you took us there. You took us there to the place that we wanted to go.
Awesome.
And I wanted the other couples to have that experience as well.
Thank you.
So I am so proud of you.
Thank you for that.
That's
I
Absolutely.
appreciate that.
Absolutely. Jason, what are you most excited about? And congratulations on being president.
Well, thank you. It's an honor, to be honest with you, because there's definitely, you're standing on shoulders of giants, people that have got to do a lot of great events here over the years, and people that are still around and they want to see this succeed, and they're behind us and they're so encouraging. So the members of Jan Hyde, David Morgan, and David Banks, they're giving us a lot of great guidance and their blessings too. So
Wow.
yeah, they're giving us a lot of
This is exciting.
mentorship.
I love it. I love it. So get ready, be on board, calling all musicians.
Neil Lucas. I'm sorry.
Come on.
Calling them out.
Calling them out.
Look at the camera.
And if you're aspiring to be a part of it, hey, come on, they're inviting you to come out. It's going to be Sunday, March 12th, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's Eastern Time in Columbus, Georgia. Do you have a website where people can follow you and contact
Absolutely.
you?
We're at www.columbusjazzsociety.com, and we're also on Facebook, Columbus Jazz Society.
Oh, wow, so we got to follow you. Wow, well, we're excited, and it is free admission. It's free. And then they're going to give you food.
For musicians.
For musicians, okay.
For musicians. I just want to make that caveat. It's like, yeah, it's free food. You come in, it's like, oh, I play the kazoo. You better be throwing down
So it's
some
all
hot licks off that kazoo.
So I love it. It's all about the musicians. So this is a night that has been set aside and catered for you. Come out and be a part. Now tell me, you got some other things coming up, and I know you guys will come back and share more, but give the community just a little tease of what's to be coming.
Okay. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag too much because we're still working some things. Okay, so we are getting some sponsorships. We are getting sponsorships from small business, and if you're looking to sponsor music in the area, please hit us up at ColumbusJazzSociety.com
Okay.
because we're looking to work with similar people, right? People that want to see music and see Columbus become and Phoenix City become music cities.
That's right.
We're gonna make this music cities. In the long run, a couple of years, we'll be like, man, I can't imagine life without hearing this music everywhere.
Yes.
So that's our goal. So I forgot the question, I'm sorry. I forgot the question.
Is that
He got
good?
pretty excited.
I got excited.
Yeah. So a website again.
Website is ColumbusJazzSociety.com.
Yes, so you got to come out and be a part, reach out to them, they'll answer all of your questions, and I just know you guys is getting ready to blow up the city. I'm excited for it.
We're gonna
I
do.
love the sound of Music City.
Me too. I like Columbus being the music city sounds pretty good. And with the tradition of it of having Ma Rainey here and having all these great musicians. And there's an old man named Mr. Body, and I love talking to this man, but he works downtown. But he is like a music encyclopedia. He used to come to all the shows on the Chitlett Circuit that came through Columbus. He got to see James Brown. He got to see the Isley Brothers. He got to see all that, and that happened here. That didn't happen in Macon. That happened in our own town. We got to remember
Columbus.
that this has happened,
I love
and we're going to do it again. So if you're a
Ready
musician,
to
hit
time
us up
travel back to James Brown and Isley Brothers?
and give them back.
Hey, come on, yes, I love it. Now, see, you really gonna take us on memory lane.
I wanted to say, not only outside of the Jazz Society, but we're all on social media. I mean, you know how to find him.
Yes.
I'm River City Entertainers on
Okay.
Instagram. That's probably where I'm most active.
Okay.
But yeah, if you can't get a hold of us through Jazz Society, give one of us a shout. We'll be happy to coordinate whatever we can to make this happen.
I love
Not just
it.
local musicians, but colleagues or anybody who wants to join us. So.
That's right.
And give us your plug. How we can follow you
No,
as well.
Ministry of Joe Dorset on Facebook and Instagram is Joe Dorset. Gerald_Dorset.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you guys. And Jason, you can find him also on social media as well.
I'm all over on it. So, easy to find me. Jiu-Jitsu Columbus,
Yeah.
Jits and Jazz on Instagram.
Yes.
And yeah, just stay tuned. But yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of events. So
Awesome.
stay in touch with us.
Well, give us the address again for March 12th.
506 Manchester Expressway is going to be in Building A, Suite number 4.
And let me help you all to give you a landmark. That's kind of like off 2nd Avenue, up the street from Golden Donuts.
There it
Okay,
is.
you know where Golden Donuts is, right? It's like a building with a lot of office complex.
Yeah, Troy State has an electronic billboard out. So as soon as you pull in, you can take a left.
Yes.
And we're going to have some chairs set out back. We're going to have some signage
And they're in the
for you.
front. You're in the front because I saw it. I saw
Right.
your
And,
building.
and we'll have some signage for you. You guys will see us. We're going to make sure you don't miss it.
All right. Well, don't want to miss it.
Excellent.
Excellent. Thank you.
so much, Loretta.
I am glad to be a part, and I'm excited about Columbus and our Tri-City community being the music city. I just love the sound of that.
Sounds great to me.
Awesome.
T-shirt.
Yes. Well, make sure you be a part. You've been watching Street Talk with Loretta Rose here on Beam TV. Until next time, you be blessed.